All right, hey there everyone, I'm Daryl Stringer. Welcome to episode 8 of the Builder Photography Business Show. This is where I help photographers like you with photography, marketing and pricing. And in this episode, we're going to jump on here, look at how to get from where you are to where you want to be. I'm going to briefly mention a Cyber Monday sale that I'm offering today, and then we'll have an open question and answer time. So if you are watching live, feel free to drop any questions or comments below the video, and I might share your comment during the show and we can have a bit of a chat. Now, I was an architectural and real estate photographer for 17 years, so I know that there are a lot of things that keep you up at night. If that's the kind of photography that you're doing, you might be thinking, how are you going to get more clients? Or how are you going to manage your time so you're not spending every waking hour working in your business? For other photographers out there, you'll have other issues. You're questioning whether you're charging enough. You're wondering when or how you should add team members to your business so you can expand. Whatever it is for you, there might be some other big concerns, but maybe you're not sure what to share on social media. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to get more commercial clients. I don't know. There's a whole range of things that it could be. Whatever it is, though, it comes back to this. How do you build the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be? That gap, whatever it is, it's probably causing you a lot of stress. And I get that because I've been there myself. And sometimes we don't even know how to start to get across that bridge. Well, today I want to outline a simple little process that might give you some hope that you can reach those goals that you have. Okay, so in order to get from where you are to where you want to be, we want to identify the bridge that you will need to build between those two sides. So once you know what your bridge is, then you can work through the process of slowly building that bridge. I mean, I chat with a lot of photographers who say that they want to get to the next level or reach some goal, but they don't really know how to get there. They just know that they want things to change for them. So how do you identify what your bridge is? Well, one way we can do it is by looking at where we want to be and ask ourselves, why aren't I there yet? And then we keep on asking that question until we identify the underlying cause, and that's your bridge. All right, so for example, if your big issue is how do you get more commercial clients, right? Because maybe you're really struggling with that, then you would ask yourself, why aren't I there yet? Why don't I have more commercial clients? Now, your first response could be something like, well, I don't do any marketing to commercial clients, and the few clients I've had so far are by word of mouth. And maybe you're starting to see that word of mouth can only get you so far, so you're trying to work out how you can take things further. So then we ask the question again, why aren't I there yet? Why don't I do any marketing? Now, you might answer that by saying, well, to be honest, I guess it's because I don't think I'm good enough yet to do those jobs. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere, right? The bridge you need to build here is not a marketing bridge, though, you might need to get to that eventually, of course. But first of all, it's going to start with learning new skills and then building your confidence levels so you don't feel like a fraud when you're trying to sell your services to that luxury hotel or to that big construction company. So I think what's important to note here as well is that the bridge may not be what you initially think it is. And secondly, you don't have to build that whole bridge today. So just start maybe by building the foundation of that bridge. And that's going to be small steps that collectively result in major change. So maybe that means learning more about shooting commercial projects and then work on your confidence so you can go out there and build connections with those commercial clients. Okay, let's look at another example. And this is something I see all the time amongst photographers, and that is, how do I manage my time? Now, if that's something you struggle with, then once again, you would want to ask yourself, why aren't I there yet? Why do I spend so much time in my business? And you might answer that by saying, it's because I have to do everything myself. So again, we ask, why aren't I there yet? Why do I need to do everything myself? And you might answer that by saying, well, I can't afford to pay someone else to do any of this for me. So we ask, why aren't I there yet? Okay, why can't I afford to pay someone? And well, you might answer that by saying, well, I guess that's because I haven't increased my prices in 4 years and I'm really cheap. Okay, so now we've found your bridge, right? It's not so much time management, but it's actually related to revenue and pricing. And so once you resolve that issue, once you start charging enough, you can then outsource a number of activities or bring on an employee so you don't have to do everything by yourself. So again, you'll start building that bridge by working on the foundation, and maybe you start by working through your numbers and getting clear on what you need to charge and then move on from there. Okay? Are you following along with me? Another issue for some of you could be, how do you share content on social media every day? Now, you might start by asking yourself, why aren't I there yet? Why don't I share something every day? Okay, and maybe you respond by saying, well, I don't know what I should be posting. Okay, so then we dig a bit deeper and you'd ask yourself, why don't I know what I should be posting? And you might respond by saying, I guess I haven't put much time into it and I don't really know much about social media. So you'd keep digging and you might say, why haven't I put much time into it? And you might respond by saying something like, I haven't picked up any clients from social media yet, so I guess I don't see it as being really worthwhile. So there's the underlying cause here. You're not sharing content on social media every day because you're not really convinced that it is worth all the effort. So maybe where you need to start is in learning how to get clients on social media. So the next step for you is not blocking out time, but maybe it's learning what posts you could be sharing. How do you find your prospects on social media? What hashtags do you use? Just things like that. And once you learn what you should be doing and once you start seeing the results come in, firstly, you'll know what you should be posting. And secondly, you'll be absolutely committed to doing it because you know it's going to help your business. Okay, do you see what we're doing here? Now, if you're struggling to figure out how to get from where you are to where you want to be, then we need to identify your bridge, and then we can start to build that bridge and make a difference in your business. And one way to do that is to ask why, and then keep on asking why until you get to the underlying cause. And that's the bridge that you need to start working on. Now, I know that some of you will find that building that bridge is something you can do by yourself, and that's great. But for a lot of you, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get enough confidence in your creative skills or whatever it is you need to be doing. So I think something that has been made very clear to us this year is that we can't do everything by ourselves. So we are not the superhero. We're actually the person who really needs other people to help us, and that's all okay. Now, if that's what it feels like for you, then I want you to know that I can help you just if you want me to. And because 2020 has been such a crazy year, I want to make this within reach of every photographer. So for the next 72 hours, I'm doing a bit of a Cyber Monday sale where you can take a 30-day trial of my coaching program for $1. Okay, it's a $1. And if you want to find out more, go to buildaphotographybusiness.com/Cyber Monday. So this just gives you a chance to test out my coaching program without investing much into it. I mean, if you don't find it helpful, well, it's only $1. If you join the program and find it's great and you can see how helpful it could be, then you can choose to stay long term. So there's a monthly fee if you choose to stay, and those fees and what's included are all on my website. So just really briefly, what I do is I help photographers with each of the 7 stages of what I call the roadmap to real estate photography success. So we'll work on your business skills and not just your creative skills. We'll help you build a stronger online presence. We'll get your numbers right so you're charging appropriately. We'll help you connect with the right people to grow your business and get more clients. We'll help you to upsell so each job is more profitable. We'll get your time under control, and we'll build your brand and help you deliver great experiences for your clients. So if you want to know more about this 30-day trial and how it works, you can go and check that link right now. So that's buildaphotographybusiness.com/Cyber Monday. All right, so now it's time for some Q&A. So if you've got any questions or comments about the ideas I just talked about, or any other questions that are on your mind, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm not seeing anything pop up just yet, but if something comes up for you, drop it in. Or if you're watching the replay of this video, feel free to drop something in. Then I always respond to all the comments that come in. So if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. So just to reiterate just what we went through just before, if you're trying to work out what you need to do to get from here to there, keep asking why questions and really dig down until you can find what's the bridge that you need to start working on in your business, because it's not always obvious. Sometimes it's like, as I said, it might seem like a time management issue, but maybe it's actually a pricing issue. So we want to resolve the really underlying issue. So that's why we keep digging down. We keep asking, why aren't I there yet? Why aren't I at that spot? Okay, and that's going to help us to really identify what's the big issue for you that we need to work on. All right, so that's it for today's episode. If you want to find me on social media, that's where I am. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Shoot me an email at any time. So if you've got any questions about what we covered today, Daryl@buildaphotographybusiness.com. That's it for today's show. Thanks everyone for popping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.